Good evening, it's February 16th, 2017, and welcome into this week's edition of Newscenter. I'm Ryan Kaufman.
And I'm Danny Beck.
Out front tonight, CalU has announced an increased emphasis on science and technology as a response to the state system of higher education's recent call for a strategic review of its overall organization, funding, and operations.
CalU, which serves more than 7,500 undergraduate and graduate students, has always taken pride in their commitment to science and technology since the university launched a visionary plan in the 1970s.
In a press statement released by CalU, President Jones is quoted as saying, "CalU has a strong and distinctive identity that sets it apart from other universities in our region and across Pennsylvania. This long-standing special mission in science and technology can guide our way forward as we re-engineer CalU for a new generation."
The 2017 Spring Edition for the Org Fair took place this week, highlighting more than 100 clubs and organizations that serve the campus community. The event, held in the Convocation Center, was intended for students to interact with clubs to join. Clubs ranging from the bowling club to the biology club exhibited their work to gain interest. If you have any questions about joining a club, contact an officer through OrgSync.
Over the past few weeks, some students, myself included, were let in on a little-known secret that parking behind Lot 17 behind the Student Center in Lot 17 was free to park in while the parking meter was under construction. I took a closer look at how students can pay for their parking in this lot now that the meter has returned. Students once again have the option to pay per hour via the newly enclosed parking meter in Lot 17 behind the Student Union. If you pay via the meter, it will cost you $1 an hour with a maximum price of $10. This is how you pay via the meter. Push any button to wake up the machine. Follow the prompts and enter your license plate. Select your payment method and take the receipt and place it in your dash. This way the officer can see you have paid. For the last 3 weeks, students were able to park for free due to the meter not being on site while a protective shelter was being built. If students want to pay via their smartphone or computer, they can download the Passport app from the Google Play Store or go to m.ppprk.com, and when the site asks for the zone number, type 725.
As a part of the Black History Month festivities, a celebration of the arts and languages drew a crowd in the main lobby of the Convocation Center this week. Artists showcased their work and even sold a few pieces to the public. After the celebration concluded, visitors then made their way to the stands to cheer on the Vulcans as they played host to Pitt Johnstown. During halftime, members of CalU's Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity and the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority performed as well. For more information about Black History Month events, contact the Office of Multicultural Affairs and Diversity Education.
Interstate 70 at the Bentleyville exit here in Washington County sees about 33,000 cars per day with normal traffic speeds. But as a normal driver on this route, you might have noticed a few more construction cones along the road. Thanks to PennDOT and their informative website, I was able to learn more about the coming construction project and how it could affect your drive. If you're planning on heading west on I-70 in March, you might notice some traffic pattern changes. These changes will be occurring at the Bentleyville exit near the Pilot truck stop. PennDOT officials said the first lane closures will happen in the right lane of 70 East so beams for the new overpass can be delivered. This should happen around the 8 o'clock hour of February 28th at night. The left lane will remain open during this time. One important factor in all of this is that there will be a temporary crossover in traffic to the westbound lanes. This crossover will create 2 temporary lanes heading east, but located on the westbound side. Traffic on I-70 will not be altered much during this project as only a few lane closures will happen. The only real projects here will be a new overpass being constructed over Wilson Road, as well as a new roundabout being constructed down by the Pilot. Also, a new stoplight will be constructed on the entrance ramp to I-70 heading west.
The frigid air matched the temperature of the water on February 7th as members of the community and students alike took the plunge into the freezing water. Cutv alumni reporter Mason Brow was there to cover the second annual Frosty Frolic.
Hello once again to the Frosty Frolic. This is the 4th year in a row down here at beautiful Cole Center on a wonderful 32-degree day. Believe me, it feels a lot colder than that. And in 1 second here, I'm about to do the plunge myself, but as you can see, everybody behind me right now are watching as all the other teams and everybody else starts going in. And soon they will be able to call individuals, and that's when it's my time to shine. See you soon.
But before my big jump, I caught up with the organizer Walter McFan to tell me a little bit more about this frigid event.
This is the Frosty Frolic Jump. This is the 4th year for the event. We do it to raise money for the California Area School District Foundation. Anyone going on to a post-secondary education is eligible to receive a scholarship. So we have scholarships that range anywhere from academic to going off to a trade school, as long as it's post-secondary.
Are you jumping today?
Absolutely. This is my 4th year jumping.
I'm coming too.
All right.
Right? This is the 2nd year for me too. I did it last year.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
There were plenty of teams that banded together to take the dive in this 38-degree water, and it's safe to say some took the freezing water a little bit better than others. This included the Cal U Vulcans, multiple sororities, and many independent groups. But the real question is, how did this reporter handle it?
Woo! I'll wake you up. This is Mason Brown from Cutv Newscenter. Whew!
Mason is a trooper.
That's the 2nd year in a row that he's jumped in there. All credit to him. He actually came back, as I said, alumni reporter, because he came back and did that package, did it himself, edited the entire thing. So we thank you very much, Mason, for doing that. And better you than us.
Yes.
I would not have jumped in the water.
Nope, not at all. So, in other news, we actually just had a milestone here at CUTV for the year. We just hit our 100th shoot of the year at the women's basketball game yesterday.
Yeah, it was definitely cool. We had a lot more help. Definitely kind of a plug, come and help out with CUTV. But yeah, we had a lot of people come out. I know there was a lot of Video 1 students that actually came. You were actually unable to make it. Mm-hmm. I actually wasn't able to announce. I'm a little under the weather, a little bit sick. But no, it was a good game. We handled the women's game very well. Men's game,
it's like 30 points.
Yeah, it was a good win. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it's for the rest of the season. It's I think there's 3 more games until the playoffs start. So it's been a long season, but it's been fun.
The way we get to 100 shoots is we have a whole bunch of studio shoots. We have news. We have sports. We'll be covering baseball games this spring. Student-produced shows. We do a lot down here.
Your show, After Hours, by the way, student-produced show. That's your show.
And I think Steve's show,
and
Real
Steve's
Talk,
show,
might be
Real Talk,
coming
yeah,
back this year. We'll have to see about that, though. All right, when we come back, Alex McAvoy will give us his weather forecast from the Cal U Weather Center. Stay tuned.
Student meteorologist Alex McAvoy here in the Cal U Meteorology Studio, and I'll be giving a forecast for this weekend and also what we can expect to see in the start of next week. So taking a look at current temperatures around the nation now, 25 degrees in Pittsburgh. That's about average for us for this time of year. A little bit on the chillier side. We'll see why in a few minutes. But now going on to the radar, we were looking at the flurries that came through earlier this morning. We saw some snow on the cars this morning. Some of you might have had to clear that snow off, as I did. But those flurries will pass through, and it'll be clearing out. I'll show you in the future radar here. We'll give this a second to load. But in the future radar, we'll see everything clearing out after the snow flurries pass through. There's all that clearing, and then it'll be nice heading into the weekend. So now we'll head into our media graphics here. And like I said, it's those chilly winds are coming down from the north, bringing some of those snow flurries that we saw pass through. Also, the dry, warm air is behind that, and it'll be moving in. Here's what we see where we see that dry air in the middle of the United States, in the Midwest, moving its way over to the northeast, and that warm front's going to progress up into the northeast as the day continues. Looking at for tomorrow, for Friday, a high pressure builds over our area, over Pennsylvania and the northeast region, bringing that warming trend up from the south, spinning that cold and windy air down around and away from our area. So let's take a look into this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We might see some showers make their way up from the Atlantic coast, from the southeast, and also that milder temperatures and spring-like temperatures will be moving their way into our area, so look for that for this weekend. Here's our extended forecast, our 7-day forecast. Thursday for today, 35 degrees, mostly cloudy. We saw those flurries move through already. Friday and Saturday, 50 and then 63 degrees, so we see that warming trend, bringing those spring-like temperatures for this time of year. Sunday, 60, mostly cloudy probably, and then Monday and Tuesday still warming, 58 and also 63 degrees, mostly sunny on those days, and then for next Wednesday, 61 degrees and cloudy. But we see that warming trend continuing. Now back to Ryan and Danny at the desk.
Danny, we got a little bit of a warm stretch coming up.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of why I'm sick. I feel like the switching back and forth. Because I believe like last week, I think that's when it switched up. It was really warm, then it was really cold, then we got snow.
Yeah, we got that snow, and it warmed up to 60 over the weekend.
And I don't know how I am with allergies. I'm not really sure how allergies work, but I feel like it could be allergies. I know everybody in here is looking at me like I know, but I don't know how allergies work, so I might have allergies.
We're gonna skip over that. So, shout out really quick since we're in the weather segment right now. Damon Matson, he's an alumni of here. You've seen him on Newscenter giving us the weather before. He's now meteorologist, Damon Matson, at a station we're pretty certain it's WTOK in Meridian, Mississippi. We saw his first broadcast. Damon, if you're watching, that was really, really good.
Yeah, he looked extremely natural with it. I know he did the weather segments on for Newscenter, actually.
Yeah.
It just looked completely different. It looked so much better. Obviously, they have a little bit better equipment than us here. It just the way he presented it, it just flowed. And it was perfect. It was good.
Absolutely. And he very quickly learned the whole area around there. He was able to just, like he knew what was going on.
Yeah, and I don't know how they do it. They look over at I know a green screen is over there and all that stuff. You could probably teach me how to do it, maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe in commercial break.
Yeah, maybe. Speaking of that, when we come back after the break, Stephen Ruffing takes us on a trip around the entertainment world. Stay tuned.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Got a quarter?
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Stephen Ruffing with your entertainment report. The Funny Freaking Friday for March is booked and it will be Wild 'N Out star Arono Lopez. But let's take a look from when I talked with Cal U alum Derek Knopfsnyder about his opening act for Dave Coulier. Student Activities E-Board member Jess Crossan tells me the importance of having Cal alum Derek Knopfsnyder come back and open for Dave Coulier.
It's obviously really nice to bring an alumni back to the school because you have the people that know him, and it's just nice to say, hey, he's from Cal, come see him.
Derek gives me his input about returning to his old stomping grounds for easily one of his biggest shows.
You know what, I'm super excited. Like, shows are always fun, but like when you get to come back and do a show here where you have so much history and so many memories, it's even better.
Snyder has been on the road with Dave Coulier quite a bit and tells me more about how Dave is as a friend and a role model.
He's awesome. He's amazing. He's everything, and I always tell people this, he's everything you want a celebrity to be, because like you see this guy on your TV for your entire childhood, and then he meets you, and then the next time he meets you, he remembers you, and he's so approachable and things like that. I mean, we talk a lot. He's a great guy.
Before we parted ways, Derek gave me his final thoughts on his career and his feelings about stand-up.
If I was good at anything else, I wouldn't do it. No, I love it. I mean, it's a dream of mine since I was 7. And then when I was a freshman here at Cal, it was the way for me to make friends. I was funny, and there were people like funny people. They open up to you a little bit more. So, and after my freshman year, I went out and started doing stand-up. I wanted to be famous. That didn't happen. Wanted to be famous. I tried out for a reality TV show. I didn't get the part. I said it was because of discrimination. The producer said it was because I wasn't 16 or pregnant, whatever. I'm just never gonna leave this place. They're just gonna bury me here.
Thanks, Derek. I appreciate it.
You got it, man. Thanks for the interview.
Netflix releases TV shows and movies every month, but last year they released one of their most anticipated shows yet, Stranger Things. Created by Matt and Ross Duffer, became an instant classic. The sci-fi show based in the 80s only released 8 episodes in the first season, and now the fans are begging for more. With one teaser and one trailer out, fans have learned that they will now have to wait until this Halloween for Season 2 to binge-watch the instant classic. The 59th Annual Grammy Awards were this past Sunday, and it instantly made its way into the history books. Hosted by James Corden, the music industry's most famous event left us with many winners. Beyoncé ended her night with the most nominations, and Adele ended her night with the most awards. Beyoncé was nominated for 9 awards, and Adele won 5 that included Album of the Year. The big story of the night was independent artist Chance the Rapper. The hip-hop artist walked away with Best New Artist. He was the first artist to ever win a Grammy without selling physical copies of his music. Formerly known as the Evening of One Acts, the Evening of Creativity will be held in Blaney Theater, located in Steele Hall, February 23rd and 24th at 7 p.m. and February 25th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. The evening will bring the fans 3 one-act plays that all star Cal U students. Tickets are 50 cents with a valid Cal card and $12 for patrons of all ages. Tune in 2 weeks from now to get a behind-the-scenes sneak peek of the Evening of Creativity. And to round out the entertainment for this week, we have Doctor Strange in the Vulcan Theater. Yet another addition to the Marvel films, Dr. Stephen Strange is a talented neurosurgeon who must learn secrets about hidden worlds of mysticism and alternate dimensions. Strange must act as a mediator between the real world and what lies beyond it. Showtimes are 11 a.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 4, 7, and 10 p.m. on Saturday and Sundays.
Not everything has to.
Okay, so for Monopoly fans, this is going to be a story for you. It's the thimble. After 82 years, it's being discontinued after a vote that Monopoly made, and people didn't want that one. Thimble got voted out.
That's interesting, in my opinion. I'm glad my favorite is a sneaker, of course. Glad it's not being removed. But yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why they would vote. It's a classic. 82 years, you said?
Yeah.
That's kind of a shame to see it go.
My favorite's the Battleship. I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. But I also know in my game that I have Monopoly Empire. It doesn't even have the original pieces. There's like a McDonald's Happy Meal. There's a bottle of Coke. There's Xbox controllers and things like that.
Yeah, it's funny how Monopoly, they bring us all these different types in different pieces. It's interesting to see what they will do in the coming years and what kind of versions they'll have of the board game.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Steve. When we return, Anthony D'Agostino has your sports report. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Anthony D'Agostino with your sports report. This past Wednesday, the number 3 California Vulcans women's basketball team took on the UPG Lady Cats at the Convocation Center. Let's go to the Convocation Center for the highlights. There you see California starting with a great shot by Sierra Barrett in the paint there. Good layup, starting off the scoring 2-0, and then a good steal by Precious Martin, and she's able to get the ball to Lana Dorn on a beautiful bounce pass to make it 4-0 California in the first quarter. Still, first quarter, UPJ trying to get some offense, but it was blocked by Precious Martin. Up ahead to Mickey Glenn, and Mickey Glenn goes easily to the basket to get the 2 points, and California up 6-0. Right there, a steal by Precious Martin gets it up to Mickey Glenn, and she'll go once again to the basket to make it 8-0 in favor of California. As now it's 12-4 Cal, and here comes UPJ. Laura Lobarto taking it herself right here, up against Lana Dorn, and a tough shot, and just gets it to fall in. UPJ down by 6. And then California with Mickey Glenn taking a tough three-point shot there. It goes in, nothing but net, extending California's lead 17-8. The ensuing play, Abby Sporio inside pass to Sierra Barrett right there, kisses it off the glass for 2 points. Now UPJ, Tabon with it, going around Sierra Barrett, working her way through the defense, making it 19-10. UPJ down by 9, but here comes California. Mickey Glenn with it, keeps it herself on a tough shot and off the backboard, and it falls in. California extends it, and now up again come the Vulcans. As Precious Martin with it, handing off to Sierra Barrett and throwing it across her body to Lana Dorn to get that shot to fall in. California still extending their lead in the second quarter. And now here goes Morgan Jennings with a beautiful shot there. California still extending their lead, now 45-20. Mickey Glenn, tough shot, and it falls in. Mickey Glenn had a great night. That was just the first half there, and at the end of the game, the number 3 California team defeated UPJ 88-58. Mickey Glenn had 28 points. Sierra Barrett had 25 points, 8 rebounds. Precious Martin and Lana Dorn had 6 points, and every player on the team that played scored. Also, the first regional rankings came out this past Wednesday, and in the Atlantic region, California is tabbed first. As you see the graphic here, California number 1, Virginia Union number 2. They were the team that won the region last season. Wheeling Jesuit number 3, and then a list of PSAC teams in the top 8. IUP number 4, Edinburgh number 5, Shippensburg number 6, Mercier's number 7, and then the last team that would make it into the playoffs would be Glenville State at number 8. The regional rankings will continue to come out every Wednesday up until the selection show after the regional tournament. The California men's basketball team also took on UPJ as they were looking to continue the momentum they had after the game at Seton Hill, in which the Vulcans won on a buzzer beater from Cordell Smith. Let's go back to the Convocation Center for those highlights. California starting off the scoring here with a tough shot by Tony Richardson. He gets the rebound of his own shot and puts it back in for the first 2 points of the night. And then Luka Andrusic throws it over to Cordell Smith from the deep 3 and nails it, making it 5-0 in favor of California as they're off on a good run. But here comes UPJ. Dale Clancy with a shot and one to make it to 7-3. California trying to get something going on offense again, but Larrabee picks it off and will go right through Luka Andrusic in the defense to put up the 2 points for UPJ, 7-5. And then a deep shot there by Nick Miller gets California the 10-5 lead. California now up 10-8. Luka Andrusic in the paint with a spin move there, and it just goes in. Luka Andrusic doing things not usually seen here as he throws that one in, but then A.J. Leahy from the three-point range getting UPJ to be down by 1. Now they're up 14-12, and then once again Leahy with another beautiful three-point shot extending UPJ's lead. Now up 19-17. Once again, UPJ's A.J. Leahy making it look easy out there. This time in the paint. Now California down by 10, make it 13. Once again, Isaac Vescovi on that one. And then California, Robel tackle, trying to get something going on offense there. Gets the and one and the shot to fall in. And then Eric Green doing his work on the paint there, driving, getting the shot to fall in. However, California will not come away with the victory. They lost 88-67 to UPJ. Robel Teco had 15 points, Cordell Smith 13 points, Nick Miller had 11 points, and Luka Andrusic had 10 points. The California 2 men's hockey team finished their season falling to Pitt Greensburg 11-1 over the weekend of February 11th. The team ended their season 4-12 under new head coach Greg Holbert. Now the California 1 men's hockey team is once again in the playoffs. The team won a perfect 12-0 in the CHE conference and 17-5 overall. They will be playing in the CHE playoffs in March. They also will be once again in the ACHA Atlantic Region playoffs, and the first game in the regional playoffs will take place at York City Ice Arena in York, PA, where the Vulcans will take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. The last time these two teams played each other, Cal beat WVU at home 9-2. For more information on the hockey team, be sure to like them on Facebook at CalU Hockey. As the weather is starting to warm up, the outdoor sports heat up as well. The CalU softball team has started up their season with a week in Florida. They ended up winning 2 of the 5 games they played, and their next game is February 25th at Urbana. The California baseball team is also starting up their season. Their first doubleheader was supposed to be home on the 25th of February, but since the weather is going to be nice, they decided to play it a week before on this Saturday in Washington, PA at Consol Energy Park. They will take on Malone at 12 and 2:30 p.m. And now it's time for the Vulcan Hammer Award. For this week's Vulcan Hammer Award, I have selected Vulcan's women's basketball athlete Sierra Barrett. Barrett had a career-high 34 points against Gannon on February 8th. She went 14 of 23 from the floor and was perfect from the free throw line, going 6 for 6. In this past game against UPJ, you heard Barrett had 25 points. She went 7 of 14 from the floor and 11 of 14 from the free throw line. Barrett is also up for Best Junior in D2 Women's Basketball on Hero Sports. To vote for her, go to Hero Sports webpage and search Best Junior, and it should come up right there in the search bar. Click on it and go vote for who you think is the best junior of D2 Women's Basketball. And guys, in other news, hockey coming on tonight. In Pittsburgh, Sidney Crosby has a chance to score his 1,000th career point, and Sidney Crosby, one of the best goal scorers in the league. Talk about, he has a chance against the Winnipeg Jets to either score or get an assist.
And as you said, they're taking on the Winnipeg Jets. I think he has a great chance of it. The last game when they played Vancouver on Wednesday, 4-0, they look like they could do everything out there. I think just move the puck, get him, allow him to do what he does best. And I think he'll get his 1,000th career point.
So just like any other topic on this segment, I really don't know much about what's going on here. I'm trying to get into the hockey, but I think as long as he gets the puck and the goal, he will get that milestone.
Well,
that is true, though. That is right.
It's going to be interesting to see how he gets his 1,000th point, because
the puck's going to go in the goal.
Well, yes, but it may not be from him. He's also one of the best people to assist. Mm-hmm. He's not selfish. He likes to pass it off. So an assist
counts in that?
It does count.
Yeah. Learning.
Ryan over here learning hockey. When Alex Ovechkin scored his 1,000th goal, he did it himself and went in front of the net, scored. I think Sidney Crosby has another chance to do that. His team is going to want to get him the puck to get him to score probably the first goal of the game. And we'll see. Turn on Root Sports tonight to see if Sidney Crosby can score the 1,000th point.
I was just going to say, I hope he does that. I hope he scores, because the last game, there was a lot of opportunities for him to score, and he dumped it off, and his teammates doing the same thing. But as you said, tune into Root Sports, see if he does it.
Go hockey. All right, thank you. All right, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Newscenter.
Be sure to check out our YouTube channel at CUTV Newscenter and our Twitter pages, CUTV_PA and CUTV_Newscenter.
Don't forget that Cal Times will be publishing their new edition next week here on campus. Also tune in to WCAL 91.9 FM in your car and online at sai.calu.edu/WCAL.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.